The day started like any other. The air was heavy with the promise of rain, and I was running late from work. My tie loosened, briefcase swinging from my hand as I pulled into the driveway. It was supposed to be a surprise. Emma thought I had a late meeting, but my boss had let me leave early. I planned to bring her favorite takeout to share a quiet evening. For weeks, our marriage had felt strained, like a thread stretched thin, but not yet snapped. I told myself it was just stress, that her late nights out with friends, or the way she guarded her phone, were all things I was overthinking. Tonight, I wanted to remind her of us. I still remember the sound that froze me the moment I stepped through the door. Laughter, not Emma's usual laugh. It was lighter, playful, tinged with something that twisted my stomach into knots. I set the food on the kitchen counter, calling her name. Silence followed, then faintly a muffled voice. A man's voice. My heart raced as I climbed the stairs. Each step felt heavier, my body begging me not to go further, not to confirm what my instincts already knew. At our bedroom door, I paused. The sound of whispers, then a moan, one that shattered the illusion of my perfect life. I pushed the door open. There they were. Emma and a man I didn't recognize, tangled in our sheets, the very bed where we had shared years of love, dreams, and promises. For a split second, I couldn't move. The world slowed, my chest tight, my mind numb. Her eyes widened when she saw me, her body stiffening in shock. "Daniel?" she gasped, pulling the blanket over herself. The man scrambled half-naked, fumbling for his clothes like a guilty child caught in the act. I couldn't speak. My throat was dry, words lodged somewhere between rage and heartbreak. I had imagined many kinds of betrayals in life, but nothing prepares you for seeing the person you love most in the arms of someone else. Emma rushed toward me, her face pale, trembling. "It's not what it looks like. Not what it looks like." The most insulting words a cheater can say. I laughed bitterly, shaking my head. "Not what it looks like you're in our bed, Emma. Our bed. What else could this possibly be?" She reached for my arm, but I stepped back. Her tears spilled, desperation filling her eyes. Yet, all I could feel was emptiness. I looked around the room, the pictures on the walls, the clothes we folded together, the life we built brick by brick. And it all felt like a cruel joke. The man muttered something about leaving, grabbing his shirt and bolting past me, his footsteps pounding down the stairs until the front door slammed shut. I didn't even look at him. My eyes were locked on Emma. "Please let me explain," she begged. "It was a mistake. Daniel, I swear it didn't mean anything. Didn't mean anything." "Another dagger? You destroyed our marriage for something that didn't mean anything," I snapped, my voice louder than I intended. Her shoulders shook as she sobbed, reaching out again. "I don't know what I was thinking. I've been lonely. You've been so busy with work, and I cut her off. Don't you dare blame me for your choice. I've been working to give us a future, Emma. A home, security, everything we dreamed of. And you repay me by this?" My hand gestured toward the bed, that cursed bed. She collapsed onto the floor, crying into her hands. For the first time, I didn't rush to comfort her. I didn't kneel beside her like I had 1,000 times before. When life got hard, I stood there, heart pounding, realizing something deep and terrifying. In that moment, I no longer recognized the woman I had married. The silence stretched between us, heavy and suffocating. Memories flickered in my mind, the day we first met at university, her nervous smile at our wedding, the way she whispered, "Forever," into my ear that night. All those moments seemed like they belonged to strangers now. "I thought our marriage was over forever the second I opened that door," I finally said, my voice low. Emma looked up at me, her mascara running, her eyes wide with fear. "Please don't leave me. I'll do anything. I made a terrible mistake, but I love you, Daniel. I love you, love." The word felt hollow coming from her lips. I wanted to scream, to curse, to destroy the room that had become a graveyard of trust. But instead, I turned and walked out. I needed air, space, anything to keep me from drowning in the storm of emotions. Downstairs, I stared at the food I had brought, her favorite pasta, still warm in its container. I had come home, ready to save us, to rekindle something fragile, only to find that she had already set fire to it. When I finally walked back upstairs, Emma was still sitting on the floor, clutching the blanket around her like it could shield her from the truth. I stood at the doorway, exhausted. "I don't know if I can ever forgive you," I said. "I don't know if I can ever look at you and not see this moment. Our marriage might as well be over because the person I trusted most destroyed it." She shook her head frantically, crawling closer. "Don't say that. We can fix this, Daniel. Please don't give up on me, on us." But deep down, I knew the truth. Something had broken tonight that no apology, no tears, no promises could ever repair. Trust is the foundation of love. And once it's shattered, you can't build on the ruins. I picked up my jacket, my keys, and without another word, I walked out into the rain. The cold drops soaked through my shirt as I stood on the porch, breathing hard, letting the night wash over me. Behind me, I could hear Emma calling my name, but I didn't turn back. For the first time in our marriage, I wasn't her husband, her comfort, her safety net. I was just a man who had seen the truth and could no longer unsee it. And in that moment, as the rain blurred the world around me, I realized one thing with painful clarity. Our marriage wasn't just over tonight. It had ended the moment she chose someone else.